Hi and welcome back to Unknown to Superstar. In association with Passion for FM, we bring you another player who could turn out to be a superstar player if he's developed correctly. But will he? That is the question, because what we do, we go on 7 years from when they first start off. We don't touch them. We leave the game, sort out where they'll play, who they'll sign, and where they'll end up. And then we do a further 5 years to see what he's like at the end of his career, to see how much they have actually kicked on. Please do like, subscribe and get notified to future uploads from the Preset channel in association with Passion for FM. And let's go and have a look at Joao Rego, the new Cristiano Ronaldo, I hear you say? Yes, could he be the new Cristiano Ronaldo? He can play wide right, he can play wide left. He is predominantly right-footed, very weak on his left foot. So, yes and no, he's not two-footed as Ronaldo sort of is-ish. But, how is he going to turn out to be? He is currently 17 years old with Benfica under 23s, valued at £850,000 to £2.6 million. So he's quite cheap, but is he going to be the sort of player that will end up being around and about a superstar player? Well, he is one of those players who is rated at 165 in game, so he has got wonderkid potential. He is in that over 150 bracket where you do start seeing the players who turn out to be your wonderkids, but current ability of 80, so he's got one heck of a lot of growing to do to become that all-conquering superstar. But will he do it? Well, looking at him at the moment, yeah, he's not the quickest player in the world that I've ever seen. Looking at his physicals, he really has got a lot of work to do. Fitness, yes, he's got that natural fitness of 14 there, so that is a fantastic attribute to have. But pace of 10, acceleration of 10, goodness me, he really has got a lot to do to get anywhere near that sort of player that Ronaldo is. Now, what do we look at here as well with his mentals? Yes, he's got a lot of potential here. Flair of 14, determination of 15, vision of 13, passing of 12, look out on that, technicals, but decisions of 11. Yeah, there's not a lot here that isn't to like. Teamwork, work rate, yeah, down on 9. You never know. He might be one of those players who's a bit of a late bloomer and that sort of thing, and he gets his teamwork up, but it is quite low to start with. But I'm sure that Ronaldo was down there as well in that sort of ilk. Anticipation of 10 there as well. Composure of 11. Concentration of 10. Over on the technicals, he looks like he could be a great corner taker with that 11. Dribbling of 12. Look, that is good. First touch of 13. Long shots of 10. Technique of 12. But yes, he's one of those sort of players who really could be a nice inverted winger, I would say. If you look at him, he can play anywhere across through the centre as well. He's accomplished, competent as a striker and as a midfielder, and anywhere across there as well. So you could end up training him up to be a player that can play in any of those roles. But I would say, depending on how well he does train up with that passing and vision, an inverted winger on that left-hand side, I think that could be the role. Let's scoot on that famous 7 years and see how he looks. So, Joao Rego, he is on loan, did I just see? He is on loan from Benfica at RB Salzburg. So he is out on loan at the moment at the age of 24. Quite an interesting career move there. You would say that Benfica to Salzburg, sideways move rather than a forward jump? I'm not sure. But at the age of 24, he's now valued at 6.2 to £18.5 million. 16 appearances for the under-21, scoring 1 goal. Nothing for the senior team as yet. That'll be interesting to see what goes on there. We can see he has developed on quite nicely. Yeah, ish. He's not kicked on as much as what we had liked. The physicals have gone up, that is for sure. My word, that has kicked on. And also through the mentals as well, we've got some nice bit of growth there as well. Probably not quite enough for what we would have anticipated, but maybe he's had an injury or maybe he's not been playing. I think we'll have a look at his career to date in those last 7 years to see what's happened. He was a fairly determined personality. He's now balanced. He has got a couple of traits of tries killer balls often, and moves the ball to the right foot before attempting to dribble. So with that vision of 15 passing of 13, you can obviously see why he's trying to do those killer balls, and with that flair of 16 now, that really is quite good. And off the ball of 13 there now, look as well. But I'm quite astounded actually that his physicals have gone on quite as much as they have. So I would say that, yeah, maybe there's an injury. So let's have a look at his career and see what's gone on. So we picked him up here in that Benfica B side to start with, where he didn't have a single game that season for the B or the A side or the main side. The following season, he has played a couple of games in each, scoring a goal in each. In those 2 games for the main Benfica A side, he's actually got a 7.4, which you'd think, well, maybe that's going to be a bit of an interesting one for him. The following season, okay, so the following season and the season after, yeah, he's not even played for the main side. He's been in the B team again. 16 starts, 6.62, 7 starts, a 7.04, couple of goals and assists in there as well. He's then gone out on loan to Ulsan Hyundai out in South Korea. 16 starts, 6 goals, 3 assists, 2 player of the matches, a 7.22. So goodness, he has actually started to play a bit of football. He's then gone out on loan again to Hanover in Bundesliga 2, 32 appearances, 2 goals, 8 assists, 5 man of the matches, a 7.23. So surely Benfica must be looking at him now. He's playing a bit of football. He's back in Benfica B. Played 2 games. Oh no, sorry, he was. So he did start maybe with Benfica B. He's then had 12 games, 1 goal, 2 assists, 2 player of the matches, a 7.31. He's then in with Benfica's main side. 8 starts, 1 goal, 1 assist, a 7.12. So not really setting the world alight here. Not playing enough football, I think. Probably the reason why he's only on 129 current ability out of that 165. Following season, so that's where we are now. Currently, he's just gone out on loan to Salzburg for £1.4 million. My word, that is some deal. He scored on his debut. First game, 1 goal, 8.2. Man of the match as well. So that's great news for the boy. But how's he going to look in another 5 years' time? Will he still be at Benfica, or will Salzburg actually get him there? I don't know. Let's have a look at his injury history just to see if there's anything that's majorly gone on here. Damaged foot 2 weeks, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days. So there's nothing to write home about there to say the fact that he's been out injured for months or anything like that. So there's no injuries. It's purely down to the fact that just teams haven't been playing him. Right, let's go and have a look. Another 5 years' time. Sure. So, Joao Rego, where are you now? As we can see the badge in the corner, he is now contracted, it said, to Southampton. And the fact that he is, got that natural ability on the right hand side, we missed that in the Red Bull Salzburg part. He is now a natural right midfielder. Don't know why you'd want to play there. Some strange teams do play 4-4-2. Oh, makes me feel ill. But as we can see with his stats now, my word, he has kicked on a bit more. Vision now of 16, that sticks out like a sore thumb. So does the flair of 16, natural fitness of 16, agility of 16, pace of 14 there as well. So he has grown and grown more. Work rate of 11, he has gone up a bit more, and valued at 22 to 65 million pounds. Still not played a game for the international team, only those 16 games for the under 21s that he had originally. So looking at him, he has gone on quite nicely, and as we said earlier on, he was on that 129 current ability. He's now 140. So in the last 5 years between the age of 24 and 29, after the magic 24 where you can't grow anymore, they do grow, we know it. It's an old wives' tale. He's gone on another 11 points from what he was. If you wanted to get him out of Southampton, it's going to cost you £43 million. So there we go. What a player he is. But how on earth has he ended up at Southampton? So that season with RB Salzburg, he, didn't kick on as much as what might have thought he might have done. He started the first game, scored a goal, man of the match, only played 16 in total in the whole season, scoring 3 goals, got 1 more man of the match, a 7.08. The following season, there we go. So this is where it started. £7.75 million to Nottingham Forest in the Championship, 40 appearances. So he's played 40 games for Forest in that season. That is absolutely fantastic. Most of them off the bench, to be fair. He's not only had 7 starts in the whole season, been on the bench the whole time, but on that, scored 6 goals, 5 assists, 1 player of the match, a 6.86. The following season, 23 games in the championship, again, all coming off the bench. 1 start actually, 1 start. Goodness. 1 goal, a 6.75. The following season, 2. He's had 2 games. He's hardly... oh my goodness me. The poor lad. A 6.7. That has brought Southampton in. Because that was a Premier League season where he only had 2. So Southampton have come in and given him 9.75 million to go to Southampton from Forest. 40 games. 38 starts in the league. 2 off the bench. This is more like it. You play him and he's going to give you all sorts of stuff. And there we go. 40 games, 11 goals, 16 assists, 7 player of the matches out of those games, a 7.34. The following season, they're in the Premier League and the boy has been playing again. 38 games, 36 starts in the Premier League, 7 goals, 3 assists, 2 player of the matches, a 7.18. The following season, it's the start of the new season. They're in the Premier League. They are still in the Premier League. That is great news. And our boy Joao Rego has kept them in the Premier League, or put a big part of his heart and soul into it to make sure they have. And what a player he is. Current ability of 140. I think that if you got hold of this lad, you really could develop him into a far better specimen than what we can see here, because I'm sure you'd play him. Give him the game time and he will feed you, that is for sure. Well, boys and girls, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please smash those thumbs up. Don't forget to get notified of future videos, and also comments down below. Have you had Joao Rego in your team, or have you seen him around? Has he punished you over the time? It looks like somebody who really could be a great player. Now, in association with Passion for FM, this has been the Presec channel, and this has been Joao Rego, unknown to superstar. We'll see you next time out. Goodbye.